Hello, this is Abrar Rashid. My regular viewers, and they know that I have been making videos in Urdu language of Pakistan for quite long time, and some of my very dear friends have been suggesting, rather insisting, that I should make videos in English language to reach a wider audience, large audience beyond Pakistan, beyond India, perhaps in West. We all know, and we have been taught in books, in history books, that United Kingdom is one of those very few countries that has taken pride in free speech, civil liberties, and being custodian of human rights. Its parliament is independent, and people in United Kingdom, living in United Kingdom, they have every right to protest. And I will, in this video, I will confine myself to the UK and some other Western countries, but maybe only to UK. And it is irony, or rather it's quite ironic that it is the same country, the United Kingdom, that helped creating or it created an illegitimate state, Israel, and it is still supporting it. And now it has started, UK government has started supporting Israeli genocide in Gaza, West Bank, and we all know that thousands and thousands of women and children have been killed in this so-called war against Hamas. Not only that United Kingdom is supporting genocide in Gaza, but on the other hand, it is gagging the voice of dissent in UK. And in the same country, UK, we have seen that activists, pro-Palestine activists who have condemned the genocide in Gaza by Israel have been arrested, and we have never seen this in the past, and this is very unfortunate. And now suddenly we realize that this is a UK of modern times, which has earned notoriety for its bias against the Palestinians and open support for the genocide regime in the state of Israel. BBC has become another notorious tool of Zionist lobby, although it is funded by the British people's tax money. Netanyahu has committed heinous crimes in Gaza, killed thousands of innocent women, as I've earlier stated, infants, babies, and babies in their mother's womb. And the United Kingdom supports a wanted war criminal for whom ICC, International Criminal Court, has issued arrest warrants. In the upcoming clip, you will see how United Nations Human Rights Council Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese described this ugly game of Israel being supported not only by the UK and the West, but by supported and encouraged by the corporate world, the United Kingdom, and the rest of the West.
And now it is happening, and we must stop it. The situation in the occupied Palestinian territory is apocalyptic. In Gaza, people continue to endure suffering beyond imagination. Israel is responsible for one of the cruellest genocides in modern history. Official figures count over 200,000 killed or injured. Leading health experts estimate that true toll is far higher. As the cost to the Palestinian people grows, Israel has dismantled the last function of the UN in Gaza, humanitarian aid. Its so-called Gaza Humanitarian Foundation is nothing else than a death trap, engineered to kill or force the flight of a starved, bombarded, emaciated population marked for elimination. Meanwhile, in the West Bank, Palestinians continue to face the largest wave of forced displacement since 1967. Nearly 1,000 have been killed, 10,000 injured, 10,000 detained, many tortured, while armed settlers rampage and 900 checkpoints and other obstacles choke daily life. As Palestinians are abandoned to their fate, I must ask you, those of you with a diplomatic presence in the occupied Palestinian territory, what do your colleagues report? What is your presence for, if not to confirm what I'm saying and act to stop it, in accordance with international law? At the same time, since October 2023, the Tel Aviv Stock Exchange has soared by 213% in US dollars, amassing 225.7 billion US dollars in market gains, including 67.8 billion in the last month alone. One people enriched, one people erased. Israel has used the genocide as an opportunity to test new weapons, customized surveillance, lethal drones, radar systems, and other unmanned technology to exterminate a population without restraint. While Elbit Systems wins Israeli Ministry of Defense Award for Innovation, Lockheed Martin and a global web of 1,650 other companies benefit from Israel flying the F-35 fighter jets for the first time in beast mode, carrying 4 times the ordnance, up to 22,000 pounds, than when operating in stealth mode. It is its very defenselessness that has made the people and the land of Palestine an ideal laboratory for the Israeli military-industrial complex. The forever occupation has provided an optimal testing ground for arms manufacturers and big tech with little oversight and zero accountability, while investors, private and public institutions have profited handsomely. I once thought the problem was ignorance, a lack of understanding about Palestine and its history. Later, I saw the ideology at play, the deep political affinity many states and elites hold with the State of Israel. But in the face of genocide, so visible, so ostentatious, so live-streamed, these explanations fall short. My term as a special rapporteur, including the fierce opposition to my mandate, and this report in particular, reveals a darker truth. Some states support Israel to preserve their regional dominance, creating the material conditions that sustain its settler colonial project and make it succeed, in fact. And it's in this bigger scheme, a web of corporate actors are deeply enmeshed in the underlying economy, helping displaced indigenous Palestinians and replace them with Israeli settlers in what remains of their land. This report exposes the economic conditions driving and enabling Israel's machinery of displacement through destruction, segregation, and surveillance of the Palestinians, and replacement through the construction of alternative landscapes, economies, and realities for the settlers, their visitors and associates. From arms manufacturers, tech giants, banks, energy firms, online platforms, supermarkets, and universities, corporate actors have supplied the tools, financing, and infrastructure, the legitimacy for this machinery of erasure. Weapons and data systems brutalized and surveilled Palestinians. Colonies spread, financed by banks and insurers, powered by fossil fuels, and normalized by tourism platforms, supermarket chains, and academic institutions. All have helped entrench apartheid and enabled the slow, inexorable destruction of Palestinian life. Corporate entities entangled in this ecosystem have long been on notice. Their products, services, and corporate relationships directly link them to an economy of occupation that has functioned in violation of peremptory norms, the Fourth Geneva Convention and the Rome Statute. Under the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights, even this minimal connection triggers a clear responsibility to use their leverage to end abuse. But in this context of Palestine, we are not talking about isolated, specific incidents of wrongful conduct. The severity of the structural and sustained violations and crimes at issue has been confirmed by the International Court of Justice and has led to arrest warrants being issued by the International Criminal Court.
You have heard to what Francesca said in her speech to the United Nations Human Rights Council. And she has been criticized by pro-Israel and Zionist lobby around the world, but at the same time, she has highlighted so many atrocities being committed by Israel in Gaza, and she spoke about how the corporate world is supporting Israel. She talked about Israel's stock exchange going up and blah blah blah. It's not basically blah blah blah, but she has spoken her heart out, and that was all based on her findings during her multiple visits to Gaza, seeing reports and videos. That's all from me for now, and I hope you will support my channel by subscribing to it and leaving your comment and by sharing my videos with your peers. Thank you very much.